All right, we are back. This is Captain Adonis, and we are going to do another career mission, and this one's a short 39 nautical mile. But I wanted to show you how this thing works. So this is your main dashboard. Tells you your current cash. We made 7.5, $7,500 from our tutorial trip. So our company values there, our income's 7.5. We have an airplane now. Our airport's a level 1, which we won't get to level 2 until we start gaining some experience, which is flights. We only have one employee, which is me, and one aircraft. So we're going to look at the aircraft right now. We have the Cessna Skyhawk G1000 with that particular tail number. So what we're going to do here is let's go into the game and we'll set the tail number to what it needs to be. So we'll go, what is it, N2765G, and we're gonna put my name in there, captain, and the flight number is going to be our first flight 01. So there we go. Now I've already gone ahead and put our flight in, but we'll go ahead and go back to the airport manager to show you how we're doing this. So we are looking at our aircraft. This is to prepare your flight, and this is find a job. So we'll look at find a jobs really quick so you can see how I did this. So it connects to the database and it shows you a certain amount of jobs with this range of very short, under 50 nautical miles. We could do 50 to 250 for small, long trips. All right, and then you know, it's from our airport, which is already set to 9S5. Cargo weight from 10 to 500 pounds. Minimum passengers. I did go ahead and level up our skill tree for our airport, which I took. Oh, I could have swore I did. Oh, I didn't save it. So we're going to take passenger licensing, and then I didn't save it. So now we're saved. So now when I query this should give me more than just those. Oh, there's no passengers out of here that need to go anywhere. So I took the very first mission that was available. And that's basically from Three Forks to Butte. It's about an 18-minute trip. So we're just going to go right in here to pending. There's our goods transport right there. It's going to net us $580. We're only, you know, hauling 65 pounds. So I didn't want to go, you know, too heavy for the first mission. Nothing too exciting. So let's go ahead and go in here. I already have the cargo prepped and loaded. It did give me a full fuel tank when I moved to Three Forks. So I have 100% fuel, so I won't have to fuel for a while. And I've gone ahead and loaded that cargo going to Butte. And we're, you know, our gross weight, maximum weight is 2558, and we're at 2282. A lot of that weight is fuel. So let's go ahead and let's see, they put it in a cargo rack, 65 pounds. Let's go ahead and confirm and fly. So this will take me to the tracking screen. And this is where I need to set the destination of Burt Mooney Airport, which is in Butte, which is KBTM. There we go. It says right up here in the corner here. And we are green on our cargo, we're green on our passengers, and our fuel is topped off. So we're going to go right to flight tracking. I don't need to. This is if you have a pilot hired and you want to send somebody else. I don't have any pilots. You could send somebody else. So let's go ahead and start the flight. This will go to the tracking, which actually connects to my flight simulator, which here everything's good. Fuel, the model is loaded. The only thing that's not is location, and I'll start as soon as I switch back over to the flight simulator. So let's flip back over there, and we'll hit fly. This will put me on the ground as soon as it loads. And then when it does, the OnAir will switch back over to on the ground. I think I have to actually hit fly because it has to be on the runway. So we'll just wait for it to load here.
9er Sierra 5 traffic, Captain 01 taking off runway 21 departure to the west.
So we'll go ahead and hit fly. And then, like I said, what you'll see here is the fact that now I'm locationed from starting point on ground. And let's see, what's that say? Position aircraft and simulator aircraft. Okay, until it starts. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take off in the simulator. And it should start right up, and it should tell us. You'll hear it.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
See, it tells you right there. Now the flight monitoring is on. There we go.
Airborne time logged.
Go ahead and retract our flaps. Make sure we're gaining in altitude. We are. Alright, so we're going to go in here. We're going to navigate and turn on autopilot. We're still climbing. It's actually, as you can see, we're not quite lined up. It's going to line us up on cue for navigation. I am climbing. That below us is the Gallatin River. I'm going to slew us up a little more.
Salt Lake Center, Captain 01 is type Cessna Skyhawk 2 miles west of 9er Sierra 5. Request flight following.
Captain 01 Salt Lake Center. Squawk 4705.
Squawk 4705, Captain 01.
Captain 01 radar contact 3 miles west of 9er Sierra 5, 4,900 feet. Altimeter 29er.9er2.
Copy, Captain 01.
I don't know what altitude I need to get over that, but I think I'll make it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's a T on the side of the mountain there. You can see right over my right wing. That's for Three Forks. The high school goes up there and paints that on the side of the hill. There's one in Bozeman. It's actually an M for Montana State University, MSU.
500.
500.
And I'm going to just barely squeak over that treetop. Alright. So I should be, once I top this, I should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and go in and set my maximum altitude on my autopilot to, I think I want to go 9,500, and we'll do altitude hold. We'll do vertical speed and we'll go up. Actually, what I should do is FLC and bring this up.
Descend and maintain 9,200 feet, generic 2 Delta.
I will just. Oh, gotta get my altitude back up there. 9,500, vertical speed on, and we'll nose up. There we go, we're climbing at right about 500 feet per minute. And looks like our airspeed's doing good. But I think 9,500 is going to be good to get over the mountains. I don't know. I'm going to take her up to 10.5. Just because I'm not sure. Now we're going to check to see what ATC 92 or 29.92 is our altimeter, so we're good there. Still climbing at 500. We're on course. So we sit back and enjoy the flight.
133.4 generic 2 Delta Papa.
So it's interesting. Like I said, I took my first job. So let's go back to this. So this has taken us to the Butte Airport, and like I said, we'll make $580 to deliver this crate of food crate stuff, and then when we get to Butte, we'll look for jobs that'll bring us back. So, and that's the way pilots pretty much make their money, is by doing it that way. So this is a pretty cool program. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's actually a game for a game. So this gives you, something to do. It tells you, I'm trying to build up my fleet of planes and hopefully get some more pilots on board and some other flights and buy a couple more airplanes and make a business out of it. And this software called OnAir Flight Manager. It's a great program. I think it's called OnAir Flight Manager. OnAir Company Manager. So it gives you missions to do in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because really the only thing you can do with this is sightsee, which is really cool because you can fly over your buddy's house, show him where the house is at, that kind of stuff. I did that with one of my friends from World of Warcraft. He texted me on in game one day and he goes, "What's the purpose of this game?" So I found another purpose, and I thought this would be cool to actually do what pilots do, right? And they just fly all day and they fly cargo, and I'm transporting foodstuffs, so whatever that happens to be. But there's passengers you can get when you decide to go a little further, or there's precious cargo, dangerous cargo, all the things that would associate being a pilot and flying with what you do with this game, because basically this is a pilot's game. So we'll go back to tracking really quick. As you can see, it's got us just going over the first pass. We're almost to Whitehall. This is actually where my wife drives to. She takes this road that goes off to the north, goes up through Boulder and then up to Helena, which is where she's at now, which is why I can stream this, because she's not home telling me what I need to do. Just kidding. But we got one more pass to go through, but we should be fine to drop down into Butte once we reach altitude. And I don't remember what I set my altitude to. What did I set my altitude to? I set it to 10,500. So one of the cool things about what real life pilots do, and I'm going to try to simulate that, is if they're flying west or more west than east, then they fly at the 500-foot marks. So 10,500, 9,500. If they're flying east, they fly on the even, so they'll fly at 10,000 or at 9,000 feet. I don't think I need to go this high. Oh, now I'm stalling. God dang it. Okay, so I'm going up too fast in my... Oh, shut up. Going up too fast. I'm just kind of bouncing. Alright, fine, I'll take control. Get a little airspeed going here. And I bet you my trim is set way up. Yeah, look at that. My trim's set 62. I don't know why it does that. I gotta figure that out. So still set to trim up. Yeah, I gotta quit relying on my autopilot because it's stalling me out. And that alright, so let's just turn on autopilot and nav mode's on. And we'll just do altitude hold right here. 8,800 feet. Okay. So now it'll keep me on altitude. I think I'm fine at 8,800, but we need to drop it down to 8,400 or 500. So 8,500. Alright, there we go. 8,500. It'll level us off. And see if we can get over the mountains at 8,500. Might have to go up a little. Feels safer at 9,500.
ExoJet 54, you are 6,100 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet altimeter 29.902. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. ExoJet
All right.
548.
So what I did by doing FLC is I set my speed. So it's going to try to maintain 100 nautical, or 100, whatever you want to call it, 100 knots, while increasing us at the same time. So it's going to bounce a little bit here till it levels us off pretty close to 100, and 100 knots, and we'll increase our height to 9,500 slowly. I can probably lower that even more. Let's just go to 90. There we go. That'll increase our height a little bit. What that does is by saying 90, it'll get really close to that and then bounce back and forth, and then that keeps you from your stall speed, so I won't get those stall warnings anymore, which kind of sucks. Alright, range on the map. Okay, there's a 20. So there it's kind of matching at 90, and we're doing 300, I guess meters, 300 altitude, 300 feet, I guess, per minute climb. But it'll level us out at 9,500. That should be more than enough to get us there. So as time goes on, I'll be able to tell you exactly the height we need to get to Butte without overdoing it. But we gotta go over this mountain range here. Which we'll see if 9,500 does it. If not, then I'll kind of veer off to the left there. And go that route. Of course, in order for you to see the mountains, I have to turn them on. So yeah. So there's this one mountain range we're coming up on right here. I think 95 is probably plenty height-wise. Let's look at what Burt Mooney's actually at. So if we land, it's a pretty big airport, so it should be anywhere between, I don't remember which one I said I was going to land at. Yeah. But the runway, oh, that's the length. Altitude is 5,550, somewhere in there. So 5,500. So I'm at 95. So I'm about 4,000 feet above it, which is probably perfect, because I can cycle down to that pretty quick. So I'm carrying cargo from Three Forks to Butte on this beautiful, gorgeous Montana day. The time and weather is correct because I can look outside and this is exactly what it looks like out there. And, you know, it's almost like right at 5 o'clock. So the sun's about at the 5 o'clock mark. Hasn't quite come down all the way.
Kilo Bravo Tango Mike traffic Captain 0111 miles east 9,500 feet inbound to land runway.
Nice,
33.
huh? There it goes. Yep, so runway 33. So runway 33 is kind of northwest. And there again, I still haven't found out whether 3.3 is, I start on the 3.3 mark, which is 330 degrees, or if I come in directly opposite it, which is about 150. But we're going to come in on land on the 3.3 mark. I'm guessing that's the way it goes. I got to ask my buddy Jerry, who is an actual pilot. We have never flown to Butte together, but we'll get that info from him, and then I'll know. So right now, those of you who are just joining in, we are in career mode. We're using a program called OnAir OnAir Company Manager, and this gives us jobs to do, and we're actually delivering cargo of food crates, 65 pounds of food crates, to Butte Airport, and we're just coming into it now. Well, it's on the other side of this hill, so we'll be landing on runway 33 north, I'm guessing. So, well, they got what, 33 left, right, but we're landing on 33. Yeah, just runway 33. Now, Butte's kind of a very historic place. It is a big mining town. We're going to go ahead and take it off autopilot. And I'm going to hit this hill. I'm going to drift over a little, because I believe coming in at 3.3 I need to be northbound. Anyway, it's a big copper mining town. That's what it used to be. You can see some of the mining operation there off my right wing, right above my right wing. It's all filled with water. I don't think they actually mine anymore. I could be wrong. I know there's some mining going on, but not as much as there used to be. So we're just going to drift in over here. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and announce that we're on our base leg.
Kilo Bravo Tango Mike traffic Captain 01 is on base runway 33.
So this is the big mining pit in Butte. Huge copper mining pit. You can see from the air, it just looks all destroyed. But this served in the industry for many years in Butte. Satellite doesn't quite know what to do with the tiered. So it's a big hole in the ground, and then there's tiered what would you call them? Roads, I guess. They go around in a big circle. And of course it doesn't quite know what to do with all that, but that's pretty much what it looks like in Butte. Alright, let's begin our turn here. Plenty of runway to land on.
Wind calm.
Wind is calm.
$500.
So I guess I'm wrong. This is runway 15. So I should have came in from the other direction for runway 33, but that's all right.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Bravo Tango Mike, Bird Mooney.
Alright, we're going to get off the taxi, or get off the runway here. I think we're going to just take a right here. Go over to this general aviation. Park over here. Delivering our cargo. I don't know why our taxiway thing is not working, but call that good right there. And we need to shut down.
Engine off time logged. End of
There you go.
flight. Registered in OnAir Company.
There we go. So we are now officially logged out. And we got 20 experience points. For delivering our cargo. See, if I hadn't had those aircraft stalled, I would have got a little bit better score. That's all right. We did get our money. So we'll go back up to our company dashboard here. And now we're at 81K. So this will kind of tell us we had a $20 landing fee at Butte. Got paid for the goods. So now that we're at Butte, see, I don't think we need fuel. How much fuel did we use? Well, we got plenty of fuel to get back. So we don't need to refuel. Let's find a job that'll take us back now. All right, so 50 miles. Butte wants to take us back. A lot of jobs coming out of Butte. We want to go back the way we came. Boy, a lot of jobs going to wherever Butte to Warm Springs. Holy moly. There's one taking us back in the right direction. Make our map a little bigger. Oh, there we go. So that's one. Oh, and that's not bad. 328 pounds, and it's 2,800. We could fly right back and land. So I think I'm going to take that one. It's only one leg. That expires Saturday, so I wouldn't have to do it right now. But I'm going to take it. And that probably is going to be good because that's 328 pounds. So let's go see what it looks like when we get it all loaded up. See if we're overweight. No, but we're really close. 2515 out of 2558. So I'm going to say we're just going to go ahead and do that flight right now. So we want to select arrival. All right, so right now they're loading the cargo. You can see the what is this airport? This is KBTM. Burt Mooney. There we go. All right. So I've got it set in the computer, or on the flight sim. All right, now we're green on cargo and passenger. We want to set destination to 9S5, which is Three Forks. We've got fuel, everything's good. So we'll go to flight tracking. And it's going to tell us we're good to go. Except for location. So let's go ahead and switch back over to the flight sim. And I've already got it set here. We're going right back to the same way. We're just going to hit fly. Bob. So yep, starting off with my my game here. So that was my first cargo run that we just took. This is our next cargo run back. I didn't even look to see what we were hauling. Let's see, we are hauling equipment pallets.
Kilo Bravo Tango Mike traffic,
328
Captain 01 taking
pounds
off runway tree east departure.
of equipment. And we're going to fly right back to Three Forks. All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and set this up. So we want navigation mode. We want altitude, and we want to go to 9,000. Let's just go 10,000, and we're going to go flight speed. We're going to hit it at about 90 knots. So, which means it'll rev up to 90 knots before she starts climbing, and go from there. All right. So we are ready to go. Let's give it a little flaps here and take off.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Yes, it will. And there we go.
Airborne time logged.
The biggest thing about Butte is getting over these mountains almost right off the bat. So we're going to follow the road out a little bit. Before we go back on course. So below us there is Interstate 90 right off my left wingtip. That runs all the way across the northwest.
Salt Lake Center, Captain 01 is type Cessna Skyhawk 2 miles southeast of Kilo Bravo Tango Mike. Request flight following.
Captain 01 Salt Lake Center. Squawk 1161.
Squawk 1161, Captain 01.
I don't want to get up too close to stall.
Radar contact 2 miles southeast of Kilo Bravo Tango Mike 6,300 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Copy, Captain 01.
Once I get around and over this range, then I'll go ahead and hit the autopilot and let it fly us back to Three Forks. But for right now, I'm going to follow the interstate because it's not quite as high as those hills are. I can get kind of sneak through here.
500.
It is a beautiful scenic drive through here. We go to Butte quite a bit. All right. Now we'll go ahead and hit the
500.
autopilot. It'll correct our course here and start our climb. Up to 10,000 feet.
500.
It's going to keep us right around 90
500.
knots airspeed. And get us climbing up. Looks like we're doing about 500 feet per second. And we should be
500.
turning here in a little bit to get us back on course with the bar here.
500.
We didn't really have to, but it's going to make
500.
the turn correction right now.
500.
And put us right on course for Three Forks. And take us up to 10,000 feet. Keeping us about 90 knots, which is what I had set in the autopilot. So like I said, it's at 90 knots right up here, 10,000 feet, and we're holding course on navigation. Altimeter still at 2992, which is what we're at. So we're good to go. Now we just sit back and fly back there and make some more money. And I forgot, how much money were we going to make on this one? Let's take a quick peek. So cargo was 328 pounds. Oh, I can't see what it was actually worth. I wonder if I can. These are my jobs here. So goods, transporting goods for $2,800, almost $2,900. So awesome. No, I'm not. Oh, I go back to the map. So there we go. So this would be a $2,900 trip. This right here is the condition of the airframe, which is at 81.52%, and the condition of the engines at 75% before we need any type of maintenance or anything like that. Okay, maximum payload is 960 pounds. Now that includes fuel. So that's good to know when I'm looking at these jobs. Because like this one, that's a mission level. That's flying back down to Cody. I'll do that on another day. That's 1,000 experience points, but it's 313 pounds. So I got to make sure I got enough fuel to go from there to Cody. But this one here is not that bad. That's 5,000 gold too, $5,000. So now I haven't hit any in game so far. I haven't hit any stalls, so I shouldn't get any penalties. Not quite to 10,000 yet, but I do need to get over that pass right there, and that's the Whitehall Pass. The one I just flew through behind us is the Butte Pass, and those go through the Rocky Mountains, so we're flying over them. So if you've never been over the Rocky Mountains, you have now. So, Bob, I appreciate you hopping in the channel here and watching me fly my career mode. You're always good for a fan of the channel. I appreciate that. I really, really do. So it's nice on days like this when the sky's clear and there's no cloud, no storm, but holy moly, can we get some storms coming up over here. And of course they settle right into the valley where we live here, and one of the last places in Montana that gets snow, or the snow disappears by the end of the year. A lot of other places it disappears early, and at the Bozeman Gallatin Valley is what they call it, Gallatin County, Gallatin Valley, gets a lot of snow. So now I can fly night missions and everything else, but I'm just not comfortable flying at night, not in the mountains anyway. You know, for various reasons. There's various trees and cliff sides and that kind of stuff. So as we approach 10,000 feet here, we should be almost about halfway by the time we get there at 10,000 feet. Let's see where we're at altitude-wise. We're close. Well, I guess I didn't need to do that. We're at 93. So I don't think 10,000. I don't think I need to go to 10,000. I could probably drop. We'll do that as soon as we get over the hill here. You know what? I think we'll just go ahead and drop down to 9,000. I think 9,000 gets us close enough to getting over those mountains. Are we actually going down? I don't think we are. So we'll do a vertical speed, we'll go down. Vertical speed is a way of going down, but it doesn't watch your speed. It just counts over here. So we're going 200 feet per minute. We're leveling off at 111. Give it a couple more. There's 500 feet per second. But now it's going to try to level off. But we shouldn't be hitting up into the 130, 140 knots. So our true airspeed, which is, you know, what the plane thinks it's doing, we're doing 135. So we're making good time. And that should level out at 9,000 when we get there. And that's more than enough to get us over that range. Because we are not that far. We're about halfway. So the range I was actually worried about were just about over. And we don't have to worry about any more mountain ranges. But you can see the one coming out of Butte, that was kind of hairy. Since we're already over that one, I think I'm going to drop us another 1,000 feet. Since we're about halfway there, let's go ahead and look at our tracking map. Oh, let's see, I need to go back to here, to the live, connect to the live server. There we are. Yep, so we're about 2/3 of the way there. So this is the one range I was worried about, and then this is the second one right as you get into Butte. These are the Rocky Mountains, you know, coming right down through here, so. Oh, I was already there. All right, let's go back to the game. So Interstate 90 is right below us, and we're approaching Three Forks. 8,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and take control and start dropping us in a little more.
9er Sierra 5, traffic captain 0111 miles west, 8,200 feet inbound to land, runway 21.
Alright, how far did it say we were? 11 miles out. Yep. This way a little bit. Again, Interstate 90 right below us. And there's the 5-mile mark for Three Forks. Kind of follow the interstate. Which kind of acts as a visual when you're actually flying at night. And as soon as I land, this will complete our stream for this evening. This will give us a couple of jobs, made us a couple of money, a little bit of money here, and gave us some experience. That's what I was trying to get to. So we'll see how much experience when we get done here. Alright, let's go ahead and cut the throttle a little more. Go ahead and put down some flap. Go ahead and announce our intention.
9er Sierra 5, traffic captain 01 3 miles northwest 5,400 feet inbound to land runway 21.
Tell them we're on
9er
base leg.
Sierra 5, traffic captain 01 is on base runway 21.
Wind calm.
Five hundred.
9er Sierra 5, traffic captain 01 is on final runway 21 to land.
Coming over the town of Three Forks.
Sierra 5, traffic captain 01 is on final runway 21 to land.
This is the runway that Jerry, that the wind kicked him over and he bounced one of the runway lights.
Landing time logged.
Stall.
Landed at 9 Sierra 5, Three Forks.
And we are touchdown, and the whole thing will end as soon as I get to my hangar here. Not exactly the way the airport is laid out, but it's really close. And we'll call that good and shut everything down.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in OnAir Company.
Just like that. Alright, we'll go back to On Air and finish out the mission. So, we gained a little bit more experience, 22 more points, got some more money. Let's see. We got a comfort bonus of 5%, no safety bonus. But we did get an aircraft handling bonus. Only because we didn't stall. So, beacon and strobes were off at engine start. Oh crap. That was minus 3%. Engine was on at tracking start. Okay. So I guess I need to shut it off and then back on. Lights were on and engine shut down. Except beacon and strobe. So I gotta remember my lights. So those are all part of the checklist. So, but then, oh, let's see what the flight record looks like. So I can show you that real quick. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how we did, you know, what things we did during it. So you, I don't know if you mouse over, yeah, you mouse over, position and report, throttle, you know, at each point. And then there was no changes after this point until we got to here when we made our turn, and then our nice landing coming in. But that's how it tracks it. It's really kind of interesting the way it does that. So let's go back to our dashboard. Make sure we got the money. Yep, we certainly did. There's our finances there. Adventures and tutorials, 7,500. And then cargo services. We had 2 of them. One going to Butte and one coming back. And we have delivered those. So we're building our way up. We have 43 of 1,000 experience. So for our airport. So one of these days we'll do the main job here. Oh, this one here. No, that wasn't it either. It's this one. We'll do this level 1 cargo mission. That's flying back down to Cody. It's only worth $5,000, but it's worth 1,000 experience, which that's pretty good. But I don't want to fly to Cody today. I'll probably fly over to Cody this weekend. So, but yeah, we should probably see. Quickest way here is a shortcut, and then see what cargo comes out of here. So it looks like all these are 2-leg ones. Dangerous materials. That's taking it back to Butte, but I can't take it yet. Because at least one job cannot be flown by an AI pilot. I don't know why I can't take it. Your company is not approved for dangerous jobs yet. Oh, on the skill tree. Alright, so let's just go to the skill tree and see what dangerous jobs are. So I took passengers so I could start taking passengers. Unlocks jobs with passengers. I probably have to go somewhere to get that. But dangerous jobs, yeah, they're right here. So I need more into this. So cargo loading speed, and then dangerous jobs. Where I can take those. Now these are all 2-leg. You have to go carry cargo to this one first, to Bowman, and then turn around and go to, and come back. I'm guessing. I haven't done one of these yet. Now this one says it's 2-leg. Yeah. So when you look at the map, you know, it's literally taking one to Butte and then one over to here to Bowman. And I'm not sure if I can carry both of them, drop one off in Butte and fly to Bowman. I think that exceeds my maximum cargo capacity though, because I don't think I can carry 481 and 53 and fuel to get it all done. So this one does the same thing. It goes from Helena to Butte, and this one's Helena to Butte. So see, those would both be good ones to take. And these are both good until, that one's good till Tuesday. This one's good until Thursday. So I've got a few days on those. But yeah, there's no way I'm carrying both of these. I mean, I suppose I could go to Helena for 577 pounds. I don't think so. Because I think, well, I got a payload of 960. So it's possible. But how much fuel do I have? So, at 280 pounds in fuel, so that gives me 1690 in empty weight. I got 190 of 960 payload. Useful load 587 pounds. So with the fuel I've got, which I've got 83% fuel, which is plenty to get there and back. That's like 472 nautical miles. I could possibly fly to Helena and deliver both of those at once. That might be a thing. Well, let's just should we go pick those up? I think we should. Oops. So we go here and then here. So this one, no, this one and this one. I mean, it's worth 10, geez, you know, 11,500. All right, we're going to take them, even if I have to do them one at a time. All right, there we go. This one's good till when? Sunday. That's the one that goes, yeah, 2 different locations of Butte and further than Butte. I might be able to take all of that cargo because it's a total cargo, yeah, 534. But this one I'll take 2 up and then I'll take 2 over. So I'll have to go up and back and then there to there. So, yeah. All right. So I do the butte run. It's food crates, electronic devices and food crates. That's going to be the iffy one. 577 pounds. And what did I say my plane can handle? With the fuel I've got, 587 pounds. So I'd be loaded down to max, but I could do it. So that'll be the next flight. So for right now, let's see. Should I even load it? That's Helena Food, and this is Helena Electronic. No, okay, so I am over by 200 pounds because of the amount of fuel I'm carrying. So it'd make more sense to do the other one first. We'll do Butte and Butte. Oh, I'm over on that one too. Gross weight is over the maximum value by like 100 and some pounds. Oh. Means I got to take one over and one come back and get the other one, burn the fuel. Because if I just retract the fuel, I lose it. It doesn't, it's like dumping it on the ground. So, we'll save that for another day. So for right now, thanks everybody for watching the career mode of Adonis Airways. So hopefully we'll see you again next time. See ya, Bob. Thanks for watching.